character, do you? All the time trying to put us off, but we are going to head into the game here. It's Dust 2 between G2 and NIP here for the final map of the second week of ELEAGUE, well, first day at least. We've got a bit of a, I think, brawl coming up for us there. Now, I don't think NIP could be satisfied with losing on Train. What do you think, Semler?
No, I think that's definitely going against the plan here. I think that they were confident going into that map. It should be their turf, and well, they should be good going into Dust 2 as well. And this is a fine start. Pyth with a double headshot, all 3 headshots, including exists. And just like that, it was going to be a very quick A split coming in for G2, but it all grinds to a halt when they just basically drop 3 bodies in the blink of an eye.
And the bomb out there too, so just not the best start at all. Smith, what a comeback here, looking for more, but he's not quite going to get it. If he could have got the kill on Freiburg, maybe it would have bought time. Scream is still left. He's got a minute and 15 seconds to find a lot of one-taps. And with the Glock, I mean, it's significantly more difficult, but let's not count him out just yet. I'm hearing people in the audience saying, let's go Scream. Now, just about a minute left. He shows himself. Now the game is up, and Freiburg, yeah, not taking anything for granted there.
Not taking any guff. Not going to happen, Scream. This was beautiful work from Pyth, though. Oh, well, Smith's Raid Boss, well, not even Raid Boss, he just had the Tech 9, so I mean, no Kevlar to back it up. But it is not going to pan out one bit. G2 not really hesitating here going into the second round after that pistol. NIP will be going up to SMGs and rifles. G2 will be going for the Force Buy, and even Smiths will be buying up with the Kevlar. So that's interesting. You would expect to see him prioritize that AWP. Oh, can you hear it on the wind, Anders? YOLO. It's about to happen. B site, full MM. Let's go.
They have armor and they're against SMGs. This is not such a bad idea, although Get Right is behind as well. Maybe trying to see if he can do a little bit more. Flashing out to check into the middle there, being a bit careful here. The crossfire of SMGs, I'm not entirely sold on this, but a great start with Forrest. Picking up that 1 kill, falling back, and wow, not a chance. Great defense.
Woo. That was sick. And now it's all on Shocks. He's going to get the headshot on Get Right. Making it interesting, but Exist is there to save the day. But what a hold from Forrest. He could have been overrun just at any point if he misses any of that spray. But a great flash, actually. That's the difference maker right there. He goes in at the same time as the flash, and so he's able to pick up 1 kill for free. Stops the rest of NIP just swarming over him. Come on, dude. That's right. Come on. That's Freiburg. I understand, Svenska.
Yeah, you should. You've been living there for like a good 4 years. I mean, it's time to pick up on some of that stuff, right?
Still so bad. It's shameful.
Well, I don't blame you. I could probably learn it in a couple of months.
Yeah, but you speak Danish, so it's cheating, you know? Like,
yeah,
everybody speaks like perfect English in Sweden. So really.
Yeah, there's no need, is there? I speak English when I'm in Sweden. I don't care. It's going to be a quick trade here. Get Right and the Smiths both going down. And Forrest on the other side here. I mean, a round like this on Dust 2, I don't expect anything out of a terrorist team. How do you possibly get onto a site when you don't have anything?
I love it that when we leave the mics open, I can actually hear G2 talking, so I can, it's like, yeah, okay. Get some of that info going.
They do pick up a little bit of noise, you're right.
Yeah.
Shocks and Body and Scream, actually, everyone's showing up right now on the catwalk. Exist, he could have just a wonderful time getting some eco-frags in here, and they don't even have a lot to punish him with. None of these pistols work at a long range. You see Exist taking a bit of damage, but still just clicking away. And a good cleanup.
That was beautiful, though. That build-up, Body just comes shooting out of nowhere. Flying, man, that was beautiful. Moses, tear in his eye, doing the eagle proud. But that was sick. Oh, we didn't quite get it, but still, yeah, that was real nice. I mean, just clever stuff coming in from G2. You try and make it work because they didn't have any nades, hardly any firepower to speak of, so they had to come up with something. Gave themselves a good shot.
I wonder if they have any bald eagles in the Atlanta Zoo, because I know they had a lot of animals there. RPK going to be charging out, and that is a strong kill to start off with. Even he takes a lot of damage, but with that refrag from Pyth, it's definitely looking good here. Now, 4-on-4 situation. Get Right in the middle, just lurking about and listening. Look at how many people. There's nobody on the A-bomb site. NIP, they've just entirely focused on mid and B. That's a bit of a risk.
It is a little scary, actually. This is, I mean, you can go for a retake on A, and that's what I think they're going to aim for here because Get Right has pushed through the upper halls. So Nip have the advantage now, or they have the info, rather, knowing that this is going to be a full commit to the A side here from G2. But the footsteps, they've been heard, and Shoxy, he knows that a flank is coming, and he doesn't know if it's CT or if it's Catwalk, but Get Right showing himself. That should be it, but Shoxy puts his foot down. 3 kills for him. And a man advantage now for G2, but that Incendiary is going to make things a bit hot and bothered over on the site.
Wow, Freiburg taking out Scream. And look how low they are in health right now. Smiths and RPK. They don't have any more tools to get rid of NIP. No Molotovs or anything like that. Smoke going to go up to cover in and out. NIP trying to get a bit closer here. Smith's looking for a headshot, but he has to look both ways. And RPK, the bomb is planted for him, but in the pit with just an AK, not a great position. Trying to click away right now, and he's not winning this fight just yet. He needs more kills, and there's the 1, 2 seconds left. Freiburg, he's holding it down, and RPK, 1 second too late. NIP going to win the round.
Ali. Nice Freiburg. I like it. I love it that, you know, you get some smack talk coming out. It's not every day that we get the teams, you know, able to, well, they obviously can't hear each other, but Freiburg just messing around. Still, this is the kind of clutch that really is going to get Nip fired up. And Freiburg in particular, Freiburg was struggling on train. Now he seems to be the one leading the charge here. 5-0-1 for him so far on the frags. But a 4-0 lead for NIP, and well, G2, they are going to go for the Force, and they were looking to try and get a turn of speed going here towards the upper halls, but Force just not going to mess around. He puts the smoke up immediately, and so G2 now, they kind of move back into a default, although they are very fast out into mid.
I love this change of pace right now. It's going to be so hard for NIP to stop, and first kill going in, Forest, and then Get Right, and both of them at the hands of Shox. And yeah, as we could maybe expect on a map like Dust 2, if you lose that B bomb site and you're 2 men down, you're not going to try and retake it.
Woo! Jaguar's in the crowd. He snuck in somehow. Freiburg, Exist, and Pyth still alive here for NIP, but you're right. They aren't going to go for the save here. They're so far away. They were not expecting such a quick split to come out from G2. And that really was fast from G2. Straight out through the mid doors. No presence there from NIP to put a stop to it. They were out and, you know, going onto the site before NIP could react. So very well done. Despite Get Right really trying to put up a bit of a fight there. That was cool with the underhanded Molotov. If he'd had like a half-second more, he would have been in position and ready.
Shox is looking for them, and they're boosting. Gonna get the kill, which is important. Again, you really don't want to give up the round, but then also lose your rifles. That just feels real bad. But G2 finally on the board with a single round here, in spite of Body and Scream not having killed anyone yet. None of them. That's a problem.
That is a bit of an issue. It's a little bit like what we saw from NIP on train, actually. Half the team delivering, half the team kind of struggling. Get Right now hasn't had, well, he hasn't had too much action over on the B side either, but until that last round, right? But he is sitting only on 1 kill. Bit tough to go into retake scenarios round after round, but look at this change of pace here from Scream straight out onto long. And he's gonna get the headshot opening, just snuffs Freiburg. Pyth waiting around the angle. Has no idea if he backed off, but he does seem to have, well, he does seem to think that he's playing from behind the hedge, but unreal. Finally.
Oh, Get Right. That could have brought the round back. He could have got the second kill then. He's going to flash his way in. C-set 75, and he picks up the kill. Oh my God, Get Right. Someone put an end to this madman. It's now Shox walking in here. Get Right, he's finally going to be going down, and there'll be a 1-on-1 here. Versus Exist on the outside. Shox not playing the bomb just yet. He wants to go for the peek, and that's a great plan. G2 going to win the round. But look at the level that Get Right is showing us here.
Okay, so Scream, Get Right, Shoxy, all having just monster rounds. There's the frustration from Pyth for sure. Not going to be pleased about how that turned out. It was so close for Get Right actually bringing it back. But at the beginning, I mean, what was that from Scream? Those are not easy shots to hit, but he made it work.
A bit of damage there on Forest, but what's so great about what Scream does in that round is the smoke he puts up from NIP's point of view looked like it's smoke that's meant to cover him on a retreat. So, a retreat? I'm not sure what I just said. But instead, he uses it offensively, and it's just a really, really good little mind game there. Good cleanup, and NIP suddenly losing a bit of control in the first half here.
It's like Shox and Scream. We used to look to Smiths on Dust 2 to be the standout French player, right? Where he just used to be able to hit this level. Seems like Shox and Scream, though, they just come into their own here on this map as well. Shox in particular. Monster players, both of them. but still a round lead here for NIP. After the round of eco, though, now they've got the rifles, and Pyth is going to be the one going to the AWP right off the bat. Shoxy looking to get the gap shot, but it's not going to happen. And while G2, again, straight into Upper Dark. 4 players here ready and waiting.
Yeah, maybe just to see if there was going to be a smoke or not. If they forget to put up a smoke, maybe the AWP of Shox can sneak in there and find a kill on somebody. Right now, still plenty of time for G2. They really, this is not sort of a default setup, right? They don't have that much map control, and they could try and split B really quick here, and especially with that kill coming through. Follow-up, maybe. Forest way out in the open, and they're going to push up behind him. This is a horrible position to be in if you're Forest, and he just straight goes down. Xisco too late as well, and he's still trying to go for it. Shox practically stomping on Pyth's head. This isn't Super Mario. You're not meant to get rid of people like that in Freiburg in a 1-on-4.
Comeback king, maybe. Let's see, maybe Body gonna come right around that corner. Freiburg caught off guard. Panic spray, full on, doesn't get the job done, and they are tied up now. G2, they're starting to get that momentum going their way. Nice opening shot there from Smith. But tied at 4-4 here, and G2 now, they have a sick economy to build on. It's NIP who are once again caught in that trap, and it feels like we've been seeing a lot of that over the past 4 maps here. T-side getting control and then constantly keeping the CT economy under pressure. Does Nip have to go back to pistols? Curious to see if NIP are going to go for the double AWP setup in the next round, though, because Pyth and Forest, like both of them, should be able to off. Maybe that's what's necessary here to change things up to try and catch G2 off guard. Nice work from Shoxy at long, though.
I feel like at this point, Shoxy has just lost his mind. He's just not going to quit, it seems. Right now, he's at 13-0-5, and we're in the 9th round. We're in the middle of the 9th round. So that's a pretty strong start, and there doesn't seem to be anything to slow him down at the moment.
Be curious to see what his ADR is, right? Average damage per round, just like not only getting the kills, but he just seems to be everywhere on this map right now, wrecking NIP. Scream is going to find Freiburg. That was that long. Now that gets a little bit difficult, although Forest shows some patience. He does get the kill on Body eventually, but he's now the last man alive here, and not for long. Shoxy comes out of nowhere. 14 kills for Shoxy going into the 10th round. And G2 now lead 5-4. NIP, they have the buy, they go for the money, and they aren't going for the double AWP, interestingly enough. It's just a single op play again. Yeah, 13 kills in the last 6 rounds. Okay, Shoxy.
I don't know what that cap is on his head. Like, where does that come from? I swear I haven't seen that ever before with Shox. Just the backwards
I thought he was
cap.
flicking us off at first until I realized it was his index fingers, you know, pointing to the logo. But for a second there, I was like, whoa, Shoxy, come on, man. Like, I thought we were friends.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
Still, look at this. Smith all the way up on catwalk already. And he did get spotted by Exist. That was so close.
Yeah, but look at how much space it's giving to his team right now. NIP just relaxing the defense for a second because they're focusing on long, and they've lost a lot of long fights, so you can't really blame NIP for it. But now, if G2 plant for short, then this is going to be a real tough retake, especially with RPK in the middle. This is a beautiful round coming out of the Frenchman.
And then they're just completely, I mean, they're just changing the pace. Consistently going aggressive, just catching Nip off guard. Smith was so fast up catwalk. Freiburg, though, with a great kill on RPK. Gets that flank timing on Pat. Now, we'll get right moving in from CT. Going to get spotted, so a little bit of information gained here for G2, but they need to start getting some kills, and Smiths and Scream will deliver. Get right, though, coming up on catwalk. Not going to get the trade. He's still alive, and he's going to get caught. Body just going to ham. And Shoxy will find the last kill on Freiburg. Defense holds for G2.
Oh, we're hearing actual chants. Look at that. The audience is fighting for its team to support. This is 6 rounds straight for G2, and that's terrifying for NIP.
Well, NIP right now, they're looking for somebody to guide them out of the wilderness here. They're all sitting low single digits. Nobody really stepping up apart from the flash play from Get Right that we had on that B site, right? We're not really seeing anything huge out of them so far. Shoxy once again, long house, and they're laying a trap. And he's going to get caught. He does take Exist with him. But Pyth and Forest, they do manage to trade the kill. And now they actually have an AK to work with here, Pyth. So we'll see where he decides to put that into play.
It's good to be reminded that Shox can actually die in this game. I mean, that in itself is something. Freiburg trying with the scout, with a jump shot, does hit Scream. And another tag coming through. He's doing a lot of damage. Look at that. If any of those shots had been on the same player, that would have been a kill, but Bit of a cleanup coming through, and look at that. All on body now, and he does not have the bomb.
1v2. And we'll see. I mean, Pyth with that AK, and get right with the AWP.
No armor.
Yeah, no armor, so it's not a bad spot where Pyth is set up because that's more of a headshot angle. So if he's just going for the peak, he's worried about window right now, but he can look towards upper dark. Get right is the one who's going to be scoping out mid. He's got that op. So Pyth, let's see who hits the headshot, and what a shot from Body. Takes Pyth down immediately, and now it's all on Get right. There's the shoulder peek, and Body, he thinks he's at car, but now he knows. Confirmation. 39 seconds left for Body to play this out, and he gets a little bit of a wall bang chip down onto Get right. And Get right, he's just waiting. He's waiting for that tap defuse. He knows that he's close enough now, right on the edge of this smoke, and Body looking to get lucky. Not quite gonna find it, but Get right playing right on the edge. And he gets it. Body spots him though. What a save! And Get right with the run and gun. Headshot with the CZ. 3 kills in the round.
The absolute ridiculous level of intuition on a play like Get right. It's so hard to make a play like that. And the damage that Body did through the door was actually really significant. That almost got the kill. But he's playing right at the edge. It's such an incredible play. Yeah, high level of Counter-Strike being played. That finally gives NIP a 5th round here. And Smith's pushing out on long, and looked like he maybe could have got that shot home.
That was so close, and now Forrest is going to be the duel, and Shoxy's waiting with the AWP. There's the opening they were looking for. Get right's going to get that flash down, but RPK turns the time, and RPK opens up the sight. It's down to Scream with the duel versus Exist, and Freiburg catches out Smiths. So we could have a 3-on-3 retake on our hands here because Body's only just now rotating over towards the side, and he could get cut off by Exist.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of a timing window right now. Exist not quite buying it. I feel like that's one of those fights in the middle there where Scream would have won if he had sprayed. But, because that AK does so much more damage through the door than the M4 does. Either way, 3-on-3 for the retake, and Body has a Molotov, and that's a really important key here. A big tool in the defense once the bomb is down.
Exist is having to be so careful right now. He has so little information to go off of. Shoxy's already got the angle towards upper dark, though. He's just lying in wait. Lying in the savannah. And there's the flash. Shoxy could go for the peek. Peekaboo. There it is. The flick. Pyth looking for the wallbang shot. He is going to tag him down to 68, but he's going to get the follow-up. Shoxy, 2 kills for him, and now it comes down to his teammates to get the work done. But Body gets overwhelmed. RPK, though. What was that angle? Just out in the middle of nowhere. Freiburg never expecting that.
That's a terrifying round, but it's also incredibly unfortunate for NIP because they finally win that round, they break the loss streak, and then they're back to saving. This could be a 10-5 type half for G2, which I think they would be pretty happy about.
No doubt about it. Considering NIP can get that lockdown, they do have the tools necessary to get the lockdown on CT side. Coming out that far ahead on your T side, that's a feel-good moment. And well, Scream is looking for his one taps, and he's still tapping. This guy's insane. Pyth will be able to get the trade, but Body, he had Scream's back. Now it's Freiburg and Get right, last 2 alive, and well, Freiburg's gonna get spotted moving through mid. Get right with the delayed flash is gonna get the longest shots of his life. He had one more bullet. He would have dropped Shoxy there. Yeah, there we go. Nearly the full gamut, you know. He had the tap, the burst. Now he just needed the spray on the last guy holding the angle.
It could have worked out. And again, we should stop and reflect that the only person well, I mean, Shox has got 20 kills, and no one else has even breaking 10 kills here on the G2 side. He is just carrying this team to a very good first half here. Body out in the open at long, and he's going to win that, Scream's going to win that fight. Shox also taking up Pyth, and Scream following up with even more kills. So this 14th round absolutely falling apart, and Shoxy, that's 22 kills, ladies and gentlemen, in 14 rounds.
He's going into overdrive, man. It's been a long time since we see this kind of performance from Shoxy on Dust 2, where he just manhandles the opposition. 9-5 going into the 15th round. And well, it's the force buy from NIP. Obviously, their economy is broken. Did Scream get that blind? Yes, he did. The frustration, yeah, you can see, man, evident. NIP are not happy right now.
That's exactly the sort of face I would make. Oh, actually, Forrest fighting in the middle versus 2 AWPs and an auto sniper. And he's doing a little bit of damage there. Shox being tagged up, so actually they just sort of trade damage. But NIP really don't have a lot, and Pyth Nearly getting caught and will be getting caught. RPK in the middle.
Yeah, RPK, wise play from him, backing off as well, expecting some kind of push on a catwalk there, but Exist decides to abandon his teammate only to die later to Smiths, who's already worked his way up onto the A site. So this is really going to get frustrating here for NIP unless Freiburg can make something happen. Not the case. 1-for-1 trade. Body clearing up catwalk. Maybe some miscommunication there, actually, with Smiths dropping that smoke. That might come back to haunt them a little bit. But Get Right catches out Body, and now it's all Scream. Spots him going into CT. Nothing working here for NIP. They know exactly where Get Right's coming from now. Smith still decides to just step out into nowhere, but yeah, mainly probably because Scream was there for the backstab, for the flank. 10-5, the score at the end of the first half. G2 just powering through, and basically Shoxy. It's the Shoxy show, 23-0-7.
Yeah, even if you combine the second and third players on his team, they won't reach up to him. 0.3 kill-death ratio, please make it stop.
Nearly a 60% headshot ratio as well. That probably got brought down because he started using the op towards the end of the first half. But yeah, Shoxy, it's the Shoxy show, and we're going into the pistol as well. This guy's a nut when it comes to the pistol round. Just a monster, and we'll see straight out onto long. And Smith's blind is going to take out Forrest. RPK finds Pyth, and RPK with a second kill, making all the difference. NIP, they wanted to just power out onto that long site, get up onto A, but it's just not happening. RPK, you just can't kill this guy. Finally, they tag him.
What was that? And now Scream is coming in from behind. Then he's got Body there as well. They are sandwiched in. The bomb is down as well. Third kill for RPK, and Freiburg all alone, and he's hunted prey right now. Oh no, they're going to take him out. Scream with a kill, and G2 at 11. And just the way they got shut down and unable to actually pick up that kill on RPK. I don't know what kind of dance that was, but somehow he managed to just get the steps in right. You know, maybe it was, you know, just without the rhythm. Didn't attract the worm, is that it? I don't know, something going on there. 11-5.
11-5, and well, this is just shaping up very nicely here for G2 to just power through on this second half. And well, do what NIP weren't able to actually do, which is get a total lockdown on that CT side. They have the start. They're going heavy on the SMGs to begin with, though. And with no bomb plant, I'm a bit surprised to see them go for that because, yeah, Get Right, laying a bit of a trap. Instantly lights up Shoxy and Smiths, both taking bullets to the face. Scream looking to get in here to avenge his fallen mates. And maybe it's going to happen. He's got that MP9, and there you go. Instant shot. Great spray transfer onto Forrest as well. 2 kills just like that. And well, G2, they continue to show no respect.
Shock's going to be picking up a kill in the middle in spite of being on very low health, and Exist is going to end up going down. Good round there, and that will make it 12-5. Something's got to change right now. Scream's also just being a little bit terrifying at the moment.
That's just monstrous. 12-5, yeah. And I'm wondering if NIP, do they decide to tap out, take a timeout going into the next round, into the first buy round of this half for themselves here? They still have access to their timeout, their tactical pause. They haven't used it yet. So we'll see. But look at this. Scream, man. All right, let's go. Let's party. Turns out if you run into 3 guys and they see you coming, it's not going to be a good time. But Shoxy top mid, he's doing some work. Smith is there to help as well, and they are just trying to, well, they're trying to close the trap here onto NIP, but it's not happening. NIP, they managed to fight their way through. Shoxy might be able to make it there just in time. Gets that flash out, it's perfect, and Shox the follow-up as well. The wrecking ball, but it's still a 1v1.
Oh, Smith's coming in to close out this round. It's going to be a headshot on Exist. I mean, a bit of an expensive round there. Oh, and I think G2 just feeling it so much they don't want to show any kind of respect. Got to be careful about that, but at 13-5, you can't blame them for being a bit giddy here.
Oh, Smith's a bit disappointed he didn't get both MP7 kills, I guess. More shame.
Just
26-1-8 though for Shoxy. Do you think in the next, I mean, if they clean sweep this, right, G2, he gets 4 kills and drops to 30?
Yeah, I think he doesn't look like he's going to stop right now. Because we were talking about it on Cash, where after he got that ace in the pistol, he did sort of cool off a little bit and relax. And this time, there seems to be just no stopping him at all. Smith's also playing on the CT side with the AWP is a real strength for him, and it always has been. So that's something to take note of. It's like Smith is just 50% better as an AWP or as a sniper on this particular map. So something to always look out for.
He figures it out. This is definitely... Between him, Shoxy, Scream, RPK, even Body, I mean, all 5 of them, they've just hit this level right now that Nip can't seem to handle. Safe positioning there from Smith allows him to fall back without taking too much of a risk. And Shoxy was even there to double up, to back him up. But now that NIP have got cat control, the options are there. They can go into that B split if they want, try and work their way out through mid, or they could commit to the A site. And it seems like it will be A. All 4 players here, well, 4 players for NIP, soon to be 5. They are leaving Exist to lurk, it looks like.
Oh, they know Shox is there. They've seen him, and Smith not going to get the kill, and they're moving up real close right now. Shox is in a lot of trouble here, but he's going to get the first kill. Goes down to Freiburg. Great start for NIP in this round. And RPK down at long. He has to coordinate this retake with his team right now. He's a bit worried that someone might be coming from behind. Now they're pushing up into CT spawn, and RPK is moving up as well. Great shot from Pyth. RPK gets one body going to be going down, and now a 1-on-3. Not going to happen. NIP back in the game.
Beautiful. And that was all about just pushing up. Smith not hitting the first shot, unfortunately for him. Shoxy getting spotted, so the element of surprise there. That's what Goose, that spot that's right above the A site itself, a lot of it relies on the element of surprise. You want to be able to just catch them as they're trying to run up the clear catwalk. They may be looking towards long, right? They've got their back turned to you, and that's where Shoxy pounces and maybe picks up a kill or two. Unfortunately for him, he got spotted going in there, so then like half the defense is figured out for Nip. They just get to walk up and, well, lay waste. Shoxy, though, catches Freiburg getting greedy, picks him off in suicide. And again, just all-out aggression.
Yeah, no respect being shown right now. They're going to have to earn it here. NIP Smith with a headshot on Exist, and that's not an AWP, that's a scout in the middle. So trading 2 for 1. Screams, aggressive push though, not paying off. And NIP, they still got to be very frustrated at the moment. Forest looking to take a fight here, and Shox will win it. He doesn't even have armor, so any kind of shots on him here will immediately get him killed. But Get Right and Pyth, they need to get back in this game.
That's gonna do Forrest's head in, man. Like he's holding that angle. He has to be thinking to himself, I pick off whoever comes around here. And Shox just casually strolls out into the open and pulls the trigger first. That's nuts. And now Shox has got the angle, spots the smoke, gets the flick. Pyth is gone, and it's all on Get Right now, 1v4. And he did at least spot, he has something going for him here. He spotted body going into lower dark.
And that's 30 for Shoxy as well in 20 rounds. So absolutely ridiculous scoreline to be dropping right now. Get Right with a strong kill, and that will lead to a bomb plant here. They really cannot stop it. So 1 versus 4 clutch is what Get Right's trying to do right now. He's already got the first one in. Bomb plant going to be in the default position, which is fine. He's not going to be running anywhere anyway. Down on long, which is a very open position, and that's going to be dangerous. They're coming out 2 people on long, and no chance.
Yeah, no chance at all in that sort of scenario. RPK played it well, did not peek, did not show himself in CT spawn. And so it's just a guessing game for Get Right. He's hoping he gets lucky. He's looking at the right place at the right time when they come around the corner, and this time it just doesn't work out for him. So 14-6. They're going to get that AWP saved up on Shox. So Smiths will have it in the next round. Shoxy doesn't need it. I mean, Shoxy, it's all good. Just give him a rifle, and he'll get work done.
I mean, the fact is, this could well be the match that we end up with on television on Friday. Yes. These 2 teams are definitely very good. And NIP, I think, I don't know what it is, but usually I think this match would be even closer. So I think they're going to go back to the drawing board and look at this. But right now, we're at 14-6, and the top fragger in NIP is Get Right with 15 kills, and Shox is at 30. So he's just doubling the best player on NIP right now. It's just so stupid. And Forrest has already gone down here. I don't know how NIP mentally get back in a game like this.
I mean, Get Right getting tagged down to 12 as well isn't going to help things. Scream will eventually snuff him as well. So both legends dead on NIP's side. And well, Scream just controlled tapping straight onto Python mid. And they're just getting, well, torn asunder at this point. Shoxy, he hears Freiburg coming from a mile away. And it's match point now for G2. Smiths to start things off with the kill on Forrest. That was beautiful. I think he even spotted the man moving around in suicide there as well. So just everything going right here for G2. NIP now, it's back against the wall, forced by pistols, nades, Kevlar. That's all they can afford. Not a single rifle. So what's the plan? You know, just they did get a halfway decent B spawn, just like YOLO B and cross your fingers and hope.
Ooh, Forrest setting up for a smoke, and again, Scream has been doing that a lot of rounds. You think they would expect it by now, but they're not quite ready for it. And look at the damage being dished out right here, trying to take the fight, and Scream will be going down, but he's practically taken 2 people with him anyway.
Yeah, and Shoxy's already lying in wait. As they come around the corner, he should be in position to just pick them off. Although Freiburg comes right around, rips him out. RPK, though, trying to follow up on it, not going to get it. And Smiths, he's falling low. Exist flanks on Catwalk. And just like that, NIP, they punished G2 for going over-aggressive in the end. And Shoxy, I'm surprised he didn't get anything out of the car position. Must have been Freiburg just pre-firing it flat out.
Clutch or kick is a chant. If that was the real deal, then Body would be in some trouble. But that round definitely wasn't on him.
That's an impossible round, man. 1v4. You could ask that of Shoxy. Body still has to develop a little bit. He'll get up there someday. Still.
Well, I think this is that there is definitely a difference between being a hard worker and also having the talent, right? And I think for some people, no matter how much time you put in, you'd never become Shoxy. You know, there's like an element that you can't really catch up to. That doesn't mean Body's not playing well, but there can only be so many people. There's Smith's going down. Forrest winning that early fight.
Yeah, nice work there by Forrest this time around. He lands a shot. Getting a little momentum going their way here, NIP, so it looks good. Oh, not going to get the angle right, but Body, that's a great thought. Tries to peg him through the smoke. But Pyth, he gets lucky today. Not going to happen. Instead, it's going to be Shoxy in position on the A slope. Changed it up as well. It's a bit more of an aggressive spot, but he goes back to the default one now on the slope itself. He's going to be looking towards Catwalk, and we'll see. NIP fixing to execute. Molotov goes down on the site itself, and Shoxy going to get flashed white. They've seen him as well. RPK there to draw it out, but Get Right hits the headshot. Freiburg as well. Get Right with the double entry. And Body, he tries to bring it back. He gets the wallbang shot onto Get Right, but that's just not good enough 1v4.
And from the looks of it, they want to see if they can hunt him down. Forrest already pushed up quite far. A good little move from Body there to pick up that kill. And going back for seconds, it seems. Pyth is going to be getting the shot then. And it will be 15-8 at the moment here. NIP slowly getting closer.
They've succeeded in putting them on pistols at least here, G2. So I'm thinking, well, I'm wondering if G2 are going to keep going for the all-out aggression here, or if they're going to try and stack somewhere with the pistols. Shoxy has just gone straight for the buy as well. They are risking it big here, G2. Deagles on a couple players, Body and Smiths, but then the rest of them go for the full buy, not messing around here. Body taking a lot of damage in mid. Freiburg not quite able to pick up that kill. But NIP now know that there are pistols on the other side of this map, so they should take that into account and adjust. Start tightening it up, getting that buddy system going. Two guys in upper dark, watching each other's backs. That's correct. That's the way to go. And then control on mid here for the Swedes.
Yeah, they don't really need to panic right now. They spotted a couple of people in sight, and Exist will pick up that shot on Body there, following it up as well. Very good job indeed. And then look how defensive they're being. This is the correct play right now for NIP.
Sit and wait. No need to rush in. No need to give G2 a way back into this round. Because now it's going to come down to G2 coming up with the hero plays. And, well, a headshot straight onto Pyth from RPK. That'll do it. Man advantage now for NIP. And they'll have to make up their mind where they want to go. But Shoxy still lurking around in mid. Not sure, he did not spot out Forrest there, so that's a little unfortunate, but he might hear the footsteps of Exist with that late rotate over. Scream starting to rotate as well, now into mid. And Shoxy, he's going to be on CT slope to help out RPK, but it's all on RPK now to hold the line. He's going to be the first man to spot it, and there we go. One clean headshot, nearly gets a second one onto Freiburg.
Not bad right now for NIP. Should not be a way to throw away this 1 versus 3, and there's Exist to pick it up. A good triple kill for him as we move a little bit closer at 15-9.
And another round of eco coming up here for G2. Well, I'm enjoying the pace here set by NIP. They really are taking their time with it. Very thorough stuff, just locking down portions of the map. And really the focus right now is for NIP to not allow G2 to get that aggressive push going in mid once again. Scream, he kept going for it when they had the rifles on G2's side. NIP, they're not going to fall for that again. You can see waiting up in T-spawn with that AWP. Coming around the corner, it's Freiburg. He just holds that angle into mid. And then slowly you can start going ahead and taking over this part of the map. But they're just making sure that G2 can't get aggressive. It's only going to be Scream looking into Catwalk right now. That's I mean, the extent of it here for G2. And, well, not for long.
Well, goodbye, Scream. Nothing more to do in a round after that. And 4 versus 5 here. And again, the lack of armor on G2 makes this round not that difficult for NIP. They're taking a bit of damage here, but overall, they're winning this fight in the middle. The bomb is quite far back, so probably send someone back to pick that up any second here. But Smiths and Shocks, just a waiting game right now. And NIP, they must know at the back of their mind, this upcoming round is going to be the big test.
Well, Smiths has spotted out Freiburg, so there's a start. A little bit of info. Shoxy maybe looking to try and get it, well, take advantage of this as well. He has snuck his way through, but they are waiting. There's the first headshot. Gets the second, nearly gets the third. No, not meant to be. But he gives Smiths a chance. 2 kills means Smiths is now in a 1v2, and Smiths is already making his way back in the mid, perhaps hoping to actually pick up that rifle. Smoke is going to bloom right in front of him. And IP, they have no idea that he's waiting so close. If they turn around, it's not going to happen. Exist was ready and waiting for it. Smiths decides to jump the gun. They weren't that quick, Smiths, but what is this for Shoxy? He's nuts.
Some part of me wanted to think that he could have got that first shot as well, third shot. We got the double up setup in play here for G2 as we move into the 26th round, and NIP, no mistakes. They can't make even one. They got to get back in here, but Exist is really stepping it up, and I mean, everyone is starting to really help out on NIP. This is how this game needed to start, but it didn't. It was just get right in the beginning. Would try to fight just the monster that is Shoxy.
Oh, does he go aggressive off of this? Sometimes you can try and make that play. Body waiting right on the edge, and Forrest about to walk into this angle. Forrest looking for the crouch peek, and now this is the defensive thing. He's waited just long enough, and it's going to be an easy shot for Forrest. Body going aggressive, and nobody there to trade frag for him either. So a bit of a mistake there on Scream's part, not being able to back up his mate. So now life gets a bit difficult here. Man advantage for NIP, and they've got cat control, so it's as good as it gets for NIP. Now it's just a matter of deciding where they want to take this fight. If they're feeling B, if they want to go up catwalk, they've had success there so far, so why not? Go and say hello to Smiths.
Yeah, Smiths is in a dangerous position. This is one of those scenarios where you either win the game here or you just get overrun, and missing a shot is not the way to start. Second flick not going to hit either, and now they're so close. He needs help, and RPK is there. Look at the click. Oh, if he gets one more shot, RPK doing a lot of work, and Shox showing up as well. They're turning it. Smiths can not hit the kill, but Shox is there. 40 seconds. They have the bomb, and Forrest with the AWP. I think this could be it.
I think this is the moment as well. They see it coming from a mile as well. Smiths is already looking towards CT spawn. Shoxy's got the nade. And it's actually Catwalk that's drawing their attention. They have no idea that Forrest is holding close. So we have to see 20 seconds left. And he's about to round the corner, and he's looking for the first shot. Tech 9, boom, done. And he still can hit the shot on Shoxy, and he does! Forrest with the clutch to make the difference. And they're going to be kicking themselves, G2. That was their round. They had it done. But Forrest, 3 kills in the round and saves NIP's hopes. 11-15. NIP 4 rounds away from tying this up and taking it to overtime.
Well, now G2 have got to start feeling just a little bit worried. That was definitely their round, and RPK doing such a great job defending and helping out Smiths. Otherwise, it would have been over way sooner.
Well, there we go. That's going to help Get Right with the long spawn. Catches Smiths out completely. Does a bit of damage there to Scream as well. Unless Scream was tagged getting across, going across the gap, absolutely possible. Now his body over on B, that's standard. Yeah, Scream is over at long, so he did take a little bit of love there. Still, NIP with the buddy system looking to get out onto this B site. Body's going to be the only defender here, so it's all up to him with the 5-7 up close. Going to start it off, 1 headshot, 2 headshots, could get a third. Freiburg a little bit late to join the party, and he will get the job done in the end, but it's still a 3-on-3 now for G2. And RPK shows no fear, just charges straight into lower dark.
That's so terrifying. Oh no, he could be caught right here. Freiburg, he's got to be careful. Oh, sorry, that's Forrest out in the open, and he goes down. Get Right there to help out, but he's also on very low health, so that is a very scary situation. Now it's a 2-on-2, and Get Right just waiting and in a very safe position. They don't have any kind of Molotov here to zone him out with.
This is all about Scream trying to bait out a response. Trying to get some information. Shoxy, boom, headshot. Sit down, Get Right. And Scream moving in, looking for the tag. He gets it onto Freiburg. Still 4 bullets left, but no time for the defuse. They wasted too much time, and Nip, they will hold. Freiburg will clutch it in the end. But this is so scary. It's getting so close, round after round between both of these teams. 15-12.
Look at how Freiburg and Exist have come alive in this game. I mean, it's very, very late. But as the crowd has been chanting 3 more rounds, and NIP are going to go into overtime, and that is definitely on point here. G2, it wasn't the most impressive round. It was only really because Buddy got that double kill with the 5-7 that it looked competitive.
You're right, but now we have to see. Forrest, he's changed it up once again. Spots the second man jumping across, so a little bit of info there for him to give to his team. Always looking to see how many guys are going over there for G2 towards that B site. NIP could go for the quick take. Instead, it's going to be Get Right, forced out into the open. Flash is delayed, but he catches RPK with a nade in his hand. RPK, though, will win the duel. Shuts down Get Right, and it's man advantage now for G2. NIP no closer to getting onto a site.
You have to imagine that things are going to tense up a little bit here on the NIP side. They know that could very well be the one mistake here that allows G2 to close out this game. And it's been an incredible comeback here in the second half. I mean, NIP, it should have never even got to this point, but right now it seems to be a real thing. Freiburg is in the middle. He does not have a smoke for CT spawn, or he just maybe put one up, but he has to sort of go on it. Not a second one to follow it up. Scream with a double headshot, and all on Freiburg. 1 versus 3, and it goes down. And that will be 16-12 as G2 edge out NIP on the second map as well. 36 kills on Shoxy at the end in just 28 rounds. And that's a big part of the story.
That is, man. It's the return of the god. He is back, and with the help of Scream, RPK, everybody lending a hand in this map. But Shoxy, man, he really took control. That was an insane performance from him. And that also means that G2 now, they're the ones who get the clean sweep so far in the groups, 4-0. They have 2 maps left for them tomorrow in the group phase. But that is, I mean, just a fantastic performance for them. G2, I mean, well,